Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Catalina Legacy 243 RBS travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it and show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things to take into consideration when you're parking. On your campsite, I want you to leave plenty of room for that awning. On your off camp, besides leaving room for your slide, I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. On this one, they are all the way at the rear. So your power connections here in this corner, and then your water is going to be right around the corner. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once we arrive, unhook our hitch, use this B&L system here. Show you what we're going to do. Let me shut this off real quick. Alright, so turn this on. Get back to where it was. It's going to be this system here. So once you get the right menu up here. Alright, so you got auto mode, manual mode, tongue jack mode. We're going to touch tongue jack mode and just extend to raise, retract to lower. Once you get your unit up off there, pull it up out of the way. Next thing you're going to do is go to auto mode. We're just going to touch auto level. Make sure all pets out of the way, everything's clear. I do recommend putting some stabilizing jack pads down. Those will protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in summer. Auto level in progress. So as this auto leveling system runs down, 2 in the front and 2 in the back, may bring up and down your tongue to get everything level. It's starting to drop down here in the back. When these are done, the unit's level and stable, we'll hook up our power and water. While those are running down, we'll go over that. Big long 30 amp cord plugs in here on the side. That'll plug in at like 10 o'clock, turn to the right, and then put this black washer on. At the end of that 30 amp service, should you need to plug into a 110, there's a 30 to 50 amp reducer. Comes with your convenience pack. Got your water hooked up, or excuse me, your power. Watching them continue to run down. Let's hook up your water. Now normally, your tailgate will be like that, unless you're using it for storage, and it'll be down and out of your way to get to your city water connect. First and foremost, grab your water pressure regulator. This one will reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, reducing the chance of messing up your pipes inside and protecting them. So always use these because you don't know what the water pressure is at different sites. Open it up, hook that water pressure up, hook up your hose. Don't turn your hose on yet. Come around here to your hot water heater. Our back are done. I can hear the front of them running down now. Sounds like they're already down. We're just making sure our drain plug's back in there. Anon rod there, make sure that's plugged. Once that's in there nice and tight, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now after that hose has been on for a few minutes, go inside and open up that slide if you need to. I need you to get in there and open up all of your water lines. Get all the sinks and showers, get all the lines running, get all the air out of the lines, shut them off, and you're all set to camp. Now let's say we're going to go dry camping. Well, in that case, we're going to use our freshwater. You fill that up over here. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Just gravity fill this with a hose. 2 ways to tell it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. Or 2 on the inside where you check the level of your bracken. Great tanks, there's also a freshwater button. Don't leave that unattended while you're filling it. Once it's full, remove that hose, put this cap back on there. Alright, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump indoors. Don't turn on your water pump and hook to city water. That is already pressurized. Alright, we're all set to camp with power and water. I'll go ahead and finish walking you around the unit, continuing right here in this campsite. We got a couple outdoor speakers, a vent for your hood range, again our fresh water. That's a flue for your furnace. A few things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. 2, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of it. It says hot for a reason. And we do sell bug guards you can put over those. Wherever there's fresh water, there's usually a freshwater drain. That's where you empty that out at. You've got a spray port hose that'll hook up over here, help clean everything in your outdoor kitchen. 110 and cable if you hook a TV out here. Again, your electric fridge. Push down nose, bring your griddle out. Here's your quick connect hose. That quick connects right there. This hole here is for a manual override for your slide. You can get to that right there. A hand crank will move that if you lose power. Remember, this top is magnetic up there. And make sure you lock these for traveling. Continue down the campsite, our stabilizing jacks, power cord. This is a spray port hose. I say you can quick connect and move around the unit. This is your solar controller. The whole purpose of this is to keep your solar panels from overcharging your batteries. The only thing you want to make sure that you are on flooded battery, type of battery you have. Other than that, nothing that you have to do. I will send you a separate video from Go Power on this one so that you can learn more things about it. Cover for your propane. Propane is on a regulator. Lefty loosey to open, pointed toward the tank you wish to be using. Again, the auto leveling system, a lot of instructions there, pretty user friendly. Check your battery post every now and then, make sure nothing's wiggled loose going down the road. There's your battery disconnect. That will disconnect all your battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide and propane detector. There's a hand crank. Lose power, you can get your stabilizing jacks up by hand as well. Speaking of slides, slide seals, we got a spray that you can purchase to spray on these. Keep them nice and flexible and pliable over the years. It's going to add to the longevity of the life of those, keep them working well. This back corner here, again, our hot water heater. Cable satellite hookup for the campsite, and down here is where you dump your black and gray tanks. Our power, gear rack. Again, city water, black tank flush. We'll talk about that when we dump our black and gray tanks. There's a hot and cold shower handle hooker right on here. And that about covers everything out here. Except for your prep for a backup camera and ladder. Get that ladder, get up there, check the seams of your roof. Caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. Let's check out the inside. Coming up inside the unit, first thing I always like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone is camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway. Up and to my left is your control panel. That's the button to watch when you're filling up your fresh water. There's your black and gray tanks, battery, Bluetooth connection, interior and exterior lights. Here's where you turn on your water pump to get to your fresh water. Here's where you turn on your water heater. If you've hooked to gas, your water heater hooked to electric, it doesn't make a difference. Choose correctly. Awning and slide control. Awning. You only want to run your awning out until that flap falls down and you can see your bar. If I were to hold that down, that would continue running itself out and flip up onto itself and start running itself up backwards. So keep an eye on it when you run it out. Make sure you don't run it out further than you need to. As I continue bringing that in, got a couple charging ports here. 110's there. My smoke alarm is going to be right over here. We've got a hand crank open exhaust vent here, which we will get to now as I tell you these doors work best when gently slammed. Alright, continue up in the unit. TV, stereo, fireplace, and all the remotes for them. All I'm suggesting on your TV is when you arrive at the campsite, get in here, run a digital channel scan so that you can pick up all the local channels where you're at. That off. Sound system. This remotes for all these, including your color changing LED awning lights. Sound system. JBL, AM, FM, Bluetooth. Let's see. A little sound here. So, interior and exterior speakers, FM, optical, auxiliary, Bluetooth, ARC, and back to FM. Fireplace, not just for looks anymore. I can go through here and show you all the pretty colors, but the biggest feature of these is the heat. Crank that up to 4 high. If it's chilly in here in the morning or evening, instead of wasting your gas at a campsite, use this electric heater and it'll get it warm in here in no time. Continuing in, you have a real simple sofa sleeper. Remove your Velcro cushions here. Just lift up on this and pull it towards you and lay the back down. Little full-size sleeper there. Always remember to lift your back up first when putting this away. Otherwise you could damage your sofa. Nice back up in there. Put your cushions back. You just have to put your back to the sofa. Most of your lighting in the slide is accessed by a slide lighter here. Lift this tabletop up, then legs will come right out. Put the tabletop on this wooden lip all the way around. Flat cushions, another sleeping area. This access panel is access to your water heater when you are ready to winterize. This corner is a thermostat. Let's go right to AC and crank that baby up. Oh, need to make it cooler in here. There we go. Set the same temperature it was here. Quick dump on these. Makes it blast cold air right down. Alright, you'll notice I'm going to cycle through and shut that off. The AC should shut off rather quickly. It did. I'm going to go to heat now. Your furnace. You hear that's where your return is. Hear that turn on. You will notice when I shut that off, that's going to take a few minutes to cycle through before it shuts off. We all do. Coming into our bathroom, we've got the hand crank power exhaust vent in here. Lighting. Doors you want snapped closed for travel. 110 with GFCI reset. Safety latch for your fridge. Self-explanatory. Oh, this is your battery disconnect for the fridge. That turns your fridge on. That turns your fridge off. That is so that you can go ahead and defrost your fridge without having to shut off all your other appliances. Self-explanatory. Microwave. We've got a fan and light over our cooktop. Lights on it as well. Turn that to high. Hit your spark. And that's how all those light up. Same thing with your oven. You will turn that to your flame. Hit your spark. You'll usually see the reflection right on the metal down there. See, you're lit up. Then turn it to your desired temperature. Down here's your breaker box and fuses. Handful of 15s and a couple of 40s. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go out. Carbon monoxide propane detector. That's always running off your battery, so remember that's 12 volt. About 2 minutes for those fans to cycle through and shut off. Going back into our bedroom. Our lighting is here. 110 and charging port on both sides. We do have storage under the bed, as well as prep for a TV on that wall over there. Emergency exit window will end it for us. And now we're going to close the unit up. I like to start by coming over here and shutting off my lights. Then I know any other lights that are on, I need to walk through and shut off individually. Almost all the lights that you slide over here, one touch. Just one switch will shut them off. Once all my lights are off, then I can turn back on just my living room light. I can turn on from my door and say, doors and drawers. Walk through your unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing is going to impede your slide. Everything is put away and secure for travel. Come up here and hit slide in. If you have this TV out, make sure it's pushed back on the mount. See the importance of having those drawers down there closed. I want you to hear this noise here. Alright, shut that off and exit the unit. Biggest thing on these steps, you want to make sure this exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise this will catch on it. Feet are also adjustable by this pin here. Lock that in there. And before you leave the dump station, you're going to lock and deadbolt this door. Alright, if we are out dry camping, we're going to get up underneath here, dump that freshwater drain, bring up our stabilizing jacks, and head on home or to the nearest dump station, whatever we're in need of. For the stabilizing jacks, we'll turn this back on. We're going to go to auto mode. We're going to go to auto reconnect. What that is going to do, make sure everyone's clear. It's going to bring up your stabilizing jacks and set your tongue back to where it was before you started this. So once them are up, still raising up back here, we can hook up our hitch and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's going to be behind your tires. That 10-foot hose comes in your convenience pack. Hook that up and pull your wastewater holding tank. That's going to be that black handle on the right hand side. When it sounds like that's no longer draining, go inside, check the level of your black tank. If it shows empty or close to it, come back out here, leave that black handle open, grab the hose from the dump station and hook it up to this tank flush. Again, emphasizing leaving that black handle open. Turn that hose on and let that run for a good 5 minutes. It's going to wash that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, close that up. Go look inside, make sure all that washout water you just put in there has drained, and then close your black and pull your gray. Now usually while my grays are draining, I will dump my low point drains. Reach on this campsite front corner here, or rear corner. Dump those. We're done camping for a while. You don't want to leave stagnant water in your hot water heater. Come up in here, lift up on this pressure release valve. Now be careful, some hot water is going to come out of there. When that's done, remove your drain plug for your residual hot water. Not as much as that. That's because our drain plugs haven't been dumped. Close that back up. Take that sewage hose, close the gray, take your sewage hose and conveniently and sanitarily store it right here in your bumper and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this legacy for many years to come. Happy camping.